I'm going to show you how to make YouTube thumbnails in Canva for free. So, absolutely, you do not have to pay for this. I do have the Canva Pro account because I use Canva multiple times every day, but you do not need a pro account if you just plan to use Canva to create certain things every so often, and especially not if you're creating a YouTube thumbnail. And I'm going to show you exactly how I create mine. So, for example, if you really were starting from scratch, so this is where you would be starting from if you haven't made a YouTube thumbnail in Canva before, it would look like this. You would go up to the upper left under design, click that, and you can just type in YouTube thumbnail right there. And you can pick one that really resonates with you and that sticks out. And you are thinking, wow, if I saw this thumbnail, I would click on it because that's what you want, right? So let's just click on this one. So you would click and click again. And let's just say this is going to be your thumbnail, but you always want to change it up with your own brand colors, titles, images, of course. So, what I do is I have inputted my brand colors into Canva already so that I just have to shuffle through all my brand colors. And if you see how it's changing, makes it really, really easy. But you won't have any brand colors set up. So, what you do, let's say you want to change the background color, you want to make it orange. Let's say you want to change this black box here, go up to color. You can change it any color you want. But let's just say we want to keep it black to stand out. Now, what about this one here? Let's say we want to change that to yellow or red or purple. Or let's see, what would go well? Let's just say red. And we want to change this image because that's not part of your YouTube video. We want to change that. You would go up to elements and let's say you want to do people talking. I don't know. That's just the first thing that came to mind. You could enter in, or sorry, you could put in a graphic, see all of the graphics here. Or what would make more sense, like this one, is to put in a photo. So let's just say we like this one of people talking. Click, drag, done. How simple is that? Let's just say you want to take out the text here because you don't need it. YouTube thumbnails should always be short and sweet. A couple key elements on the page or just one, and that's it. If you look at my YouTube thumbnails, I typically have text, an image, a graphic, and that's it. So too much text could be annoying. In fact, I'm even going to take out this text box here. I love how this is nice and big, but let's say you want to change the font. So you want to change it to DM Sans or Horizon, but you get the idea, right? Like you can change anything you want. I'm actually going to click the back arrow because I changed my mind and I like what they had before. Just keep on clicking back, keep on clicking undo until you see what they had before if that's what you want. Now you're going through this. You might be thinking, I don't really like orange anymore. I'm going to change the background to gray. There you go. You can do that. Or what if you want to change the background entirely? You would go to elements and then I thought it was background here. Oh no, sorry. It's background, the upper or sorry, the left-hand side. And then let's just say you want it to be this fun color. You click and notice how it makes it the full background. You don't have to drag and drop. It makes it the full background. So let's just say we want to keep it like that, but it's still not perfect. You might want to change the colors, or maybe you want to make it more transparent. I make all of my backgrounds more transparent because I have text over top, which is what I'm going to show you in a second. But see how it's white, medium, it's like full effect, so you can change that. Let's just say we want to keep it like this, and we want to change this red now to a different color because we changed our background. Let's say we want it to be, let's make it stand out a bit more, a darker blue. How cool is that? This is your YouTube thumbnail. I'm going to show you how I did mine in another moment here, but how do you save it? You would create a title. I'm just going to say YouTube. There you go. Click on share, click on download, and it would not be a PDF because this is an image that you're downloading. It's going to be a JPEG. PNG is typically a larger file size, and if you're new to YouTube, YouTube doesn't let you have a YouTube thumbnail that's a larger size. It just says it's too large. So you want to do a JPEG, and then you want to make sure I have 16 pages apparently, but you would just have one. Saving the current page will show you what you're working on, and then save that. So you want to click done, download, and then it downloads to your computer, and then you would just upload that as your YouTube thumbnail. But let me go to one of mine here. So this is actually the recent one that I did. I did this for my tutoring page, my tutoring YouTube, where I teach dental hygiene and dental assisting students how to pass the board exam. But I also talk about patient and dental office related issues. So this is my recent YouTube video, and I'm going to show you how I made it. So if you notice the differences, right? This looks completely different than this one because I've changed it up. This one is similar to this one. So it's kind of staying on brand. So what I did was I did add my own border. How did I do that? I had went under elements and I searched for shape. I picked this shape here, so it just kind of looks like this. I made it smaller, I extended it, and as you can see, this is what became my border. I moved it. There you go. But then how did I get the ones on the sides here? I rotated it. Okay, so that's just kind of how I create my border and then change up the color. How did I create this cool shadow effect around my image? I went to uploads and I had uploaded a file previously of this image, so I'm just going to pick one for you now. Here's one. So this is just sort of a screenshot that I took. I made it smaller like so, and then I clicked on background remover. Now that part is only available for pro members of Canva, okay? But you don't need it. I'm just right now showing you exactly how I make mine. And then I made it bigger, so see, very similar. But then I went to edit. I clicked on shadows. I clicked on outline. I made the size not as intense and I changed it to yellow. So I clicked this black here and I changed it to yellow. Or you can change it to white. You can change it to red if you wanted. So you see that? So that's how I made the shadow. Just gonna delete that. Now, how did I add the caution sign? I went under elements and I clicked, I think I actually typed in beware because that would go with the title. I clicked on graphics, see all, and then I just simply picked one. Okay. So let's just say you wanted this one instead. Just click it, drag and drop however you want it. Done and done. And my text is the enter text. There's effects. So if you click on effects, you'll see all the different effects you could add. So see how the text is changing, right? So all the different effects, I'm just going to click undo a few times. This one is just simply a shadow effect. But again, if you click on neon, it becomes neon. If you click on anything else, it's going to change. But what I've done different with this thumbnail is I had added this sort of like red highlight behind it. How did I make that? It was very similar to how I made the border. So I'm just going to move the text for a moment. This is a shape. So I went up to elements, I clicked on shape, and I went under all, and I actually did the first shape here, if you guys can see. And what I did was see how I could have put it over the word, but notice how it's forward, it's not behind. I went to position, backwards. I clicked it a couple times, and now notice how it's backwards, right? Here, sorry guys, let me just change up a couple things just so it's easier for you to see. So I'd put the shape over top, it was forwards before, but I positioned it for backwards, not forwards, backwards. So that just kind of highlights it. You can pick any color. But notice how there's also a dollar bill background. You can click, again, I did this a little bit different. So how I mentioned before is you can click background and then you can just simply click a background and it's going to show up. But notice how it's kind of, you can still see the money sign. So what you want to do is you want to click the entire thing and click delete. I'm going to click delete again just to show you what I'm talking about. and just click any background you want and it automatically adds it for you. So let's say I would like oh, this one's actually neat, but I always change the transparency so it's not too in your face. People can see the background, but they can see me and my text more. And dentalelle.com is just my website. I tend to move it around a little bit, and sometimes I'm going to move myself in the middle or perhaps over here. So I do change up the colors all the time. Here's a recent one I did as well. Notice how I'm in the middle. I had added some more graphics. Here's another one I did. Here you go. And then these are actually just videos. They're not YouTube thumbnails, but I was creating things for a YouTube video. So that's how I do it, you guys. It really is that simple. You can make YouTube thumbnails for free. Canva is amazing. Just sign up at canva.com for the free account. Comment below if you need my help. I am always happy to help you. So thank you for watching.